Okay. Uh, Thank you guys for coming back for yet another video here. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the Tarot de los Muertos. My name is Alex, and this is the Lazy Genius Tarot and Bazaar. Again, welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. So today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the Tarot of the Dead. As you can see, the box is in both Spanish and English, just in honor of the Day of the Dead, today being All Souls Day, or day 2 of the Dia de los Muertos celebrations. So in honor of the holiday here, I decided to go ahead and do a walkthrough of the deck. Now, the box is like a clamshell. The insert here is actually a tuck box. It's big enough to fit the deck with the bag that it comes with inside of there. As you also saw, it does have the spread card in Spanish. I have the spread card in English with the deck. The deck, obviously, I don't keep in the box. I do keep the box off in storage. I keep the deck, however, in the black bag that it came with. I would kind of like to find a better bag for this deck. I don't really like these sort of mesh bags like this, the see-through clear colored ones. Here are the card backs, and then here's the spread card in English and the guidebook here. The little white book is actually in 2 languages, much like the box. Here on one side we've got the Tarot of the Dead, and on the other side we have the Tarot de los Muertos. This is a pip deck. There are some cards with a pretty strong Rider-Waite influence, but there's also cards with a Marseille influence, and it follows the Marseille card placement with Justice being at card 8 and Strength being at 11. So let's go ahead and dive into the cards here. Let me zoom in. Scoot that over just a tad. Alright, so here we have the Fool. Here we have the Magician with the 4 suits, coffins being cups, pens being wands, reels being the pentacles, and the pistols being the swords. Here you have the High Priestess. As you can see, she's got the 2 curtains behind her, one black, one white, reminiscent of the two poles or columns rather in the High Priestess card in the RWS deck there. Here you have the Empress. She's got the wheat that she's holding there. Here you have the Emperor. Slightly different scenery, but you still have the wheat here in the planter on the desk. Here's the Hierophant, who looks like he's been vacationing in Florida, complete with the tropical button-up, the lawn chair, and the flamingos in the yard there. Here's the Lover's card. You can see that both of them have been shot by Cupid's arrow. Here's the Chariot. Some more Rider-Waite symbology. You've got the moons on the shoulders with the faces in the shoulder armor there. Here's Justice at card 8. Instead of the sword, of course, you have the pistol. Here's the Hermit. And you see here that the Hermit's lantern is actually like firebugs. I don't know if you call them fireflies or lightning bugs or firebugs or whatever where you're at, but it looks like he's got a bunch of them in the jar there, and that's what he's using as his lantern. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, where you have the 4 seasons in the corners rather than the other normal associations for the corners of this card. Here we've got spring, summer, fall, and winter. Still have the snake there. You see he's riding the big 3-wheel tricycle there with the obnoxiously big wheel in the front. Love that card. Here's Strength, coming in at card number 11. Hanged Man. You see his head's popped off of his spine there, so he's just kind of holding it in place as he dangles. You also see the noose and gallows in the background there. The only human card in the deck is Death, which you see is untitled. There's just the number. She is pregnant, super pregnant from the looks of the picture here. Looks like she's far enough along to give birth at any time, so new life. As the association for death in a deck titled The Tarot of the Dead seems pretty apt. I like that. So here we have the Temperance. You see all the normal symbology. Right foot in the water, left foot on the ground there. The pouring of the liquid from one cup to the other. Only instead of a single-bodied angel, we seem to have a dual-bodied angel here. Here we have the Devil. You see that the skeleton still has the horns and the hooved feet. Very Rider-Waite inspired card here. Here you have a classical tower. The Star card is one of my favorites in this particular deck. I like this Star card quite a bit. There's the Moon, also one of my favorite Moon cards. I like a lot of the cards in this deck. The art style is interesting to me, definitely. Here we have the Sun card. Here we have Judgment. And then we have the World. I like how they added the violin there. And now we've made it to the minors. The suits are kind of stacked, going in a descending order from king to ace. So we will be going through the court cards first with each of these suits here. Starting out with the pens, otherwise the suit of wands. And give me just 1 second here, let me get a drink of water. All right, so first thing that you'll notice when you are getting ready to go through the court cards here is that all of them seem to have a reversal image. So you are going to get different imagery in the upright and reversal positions there. For instance, we see with the King of Pens, we have the fire over the pen, the flame just behind him with like the falling lilies or whatever. Here in front of him at his feet, you see his field of vision is pointed off this way somehow, right around over here somewhere. And then when we reverse the image, you see all of a sudden he is very much so facing in front of himself. The flames behind him are gone. He's got the diamond over his head. The triangle here that seems to be illuminated is now at the head of his pen rather than the flames. And you see at his feet here he has the sunflowers. So it's definitely a different depiction of the card in both your upright and reversal positions. We've never actually seen a pip deck that put so much emphasis on reversals before. It's going to make me take notice to which of the pips are going to be reversible versus ones that you're going to get the same image in reversal as you will in upright. So as you can see, we definitely have different images here for the upright and the reversal of each of the court cards. Here's the page. Definitely interesting there for the symbology. And then most of these cards are going to kind of follow a pattern here as far as which ones are reversible, which ones aren't. For instance, most of the 10s are going to be, I believe there's one that isn't, but this is, are not reversible, wherein a not reversible card would be one that you get the same image both in reversed and upright position, so it's not a reversible card. So the 10 is not going to be reversible. Most of them won't be. The 9 is reversible, however, you do definitely get a different image in the upright versus the reversal position. The 8 is actually also going to be reversible here. Normally you would think the 8s would not be, as it's an even letter. However, because of the orientation of the pens and which direction they're facing, when you flip it over, you actually do get a reversal image here. The 7 is also going to be a reversible card. The 6 here, as I believe all of the 6s in this deck are not reversible, meaning you are going to be getting the same image in both positions. All of the 5s will be reversible, as far as I can remember. The 4s will pretty much all not be reversible. You are pretty much going to get the same image both ways with all of the 4s there. The 3s should all be reversible images. Now, the 2 looks like that is going to be a reversible image, unless you take note to the fact that in the reversal, the pen is right side up in what looks to be a writing position, and then in the normal position, the orientation of the pen, while facing the same direction, while everything else is identical. It's just that one detail there that if you are keen to notice that in the upright position that is upside down, then that is actually a reversible card there. I'm only reading that deep into this one because I saw that the reversals were emphasized so much in the court cards. Here we have the ace. Again, back to the courts. Now we are into the suit of coffins, which correlates to the suit of cups in this deck. Here we have the king, and again in its reversal, definitely different imagery there. The queen, and then in its reversal there. So the Knight of Coffins, so far as I can tell, is the only one of the court cards that is the exact same image in both positions, both upright and reversal. It's the same image. So that is going to be the only one of the court cards that is not going to be reversible, so far as I can tell. Here we have the page, and in its reversed position. Again, most of the 10s are not going to be reversible. You are going to get the same image in both positions there. However, most of the 9s will be reversible. It is going to be a different image than that one. This 8 is reversible. Remember, the last one wasn't. The 7, I believe all but one of the 7s are reversible. See, so you get a different image. The orientation of the coffins is all different. 6s are not reversible. That is going to be the same image in both orientations. The 5 will be reversible. The coffins seem to be a little bit more of a basic pip suit there. That one is not going to be a reversible card. This one would be, though. That one won't. And then we have the Ace of Coffins here. Now the King of Pistols. Pistols in this deck being the Suit of Swords. And we are going to see different imagery again between the upright and reversals here. So this is intriguing. Again, I've never really seen a pip deck that sort of emphasized the use of reversals with that deck before. Most pip decks is kind of hard to tell the difference between the upright and the reversal. Here we have the reversal of the Queen of Pistols. The Knight of Pistols. Definitely a different image there. The Page of Pistols. This might be my favorite of the court cards. Here you see he looks like he's got like the headdress, and he's holding the snake. He's got the medicine bag around his neck. He's got the floating pistol over his hand there. And then on the flip side, you see he kind of goes from shaman to medicine man, where now he's got the bone necklace rather than the medicine bag. He's holding a doll of some sort, possibly a voodoo doll. The feathers are off of his head, and now over here, and he has the almost like a flame in the shape of a gun hovering over his hand here. So definitely like that one right there. The symbolism is definitely different there, but it almost looks like two sides of the same coin at the same time. The 10 here, this is actually going to be a reversible 10. This is, I believe, the only 10 that is reversible, just because of the directional orientation of the pistols here. When you reverse it, you can definitely tell that it is different. Of course, the 9 is reversible. That seems to be the same throughout the deck. The 8 here is reversible this time around as well. The 7, of course, is not, because of the directional orientation of the pistols. The 6 is definitely not reversible, though. Same image both directions. The 5 would be a reversal. The 4 would not be, though. The moons are even facing the same direction if you turn it upside down. So the reversal is the exact same image. And then we have the 3 here, also reversible. The 2 would not be reversible here. And we have the Ace of Pistols. All right, and then the final suit for this one is the suit of reals, otherwise the suit of pentacles. Here we have him smoking a cigarette and has this little diamond thing floating over his hand, almost like he's doing magic of some sort. And then here we have him studying with that same illuminated pattern there, just at the tip of the pages. The queen here. And the reversal. Here's the knight. And the reversal there. And the page. See, here he's got the newspaper hat, playing with the reel, and then we flip him over. He's got the baseball bat and the baseball cap on backwards. Might be the most youthful of all of the pages in the deck. And then most of this suit is actually going to be not reversible. You're going to get the same image up and down regardless. The 10 here, the 9 is going to be reversible because the film coming out of the tape here kind of gives it a direction. Otherwise it would not be. The 8, unless you are looking at the diamonds in the background, that would make all of them reversible actually, because the 10, even the diamond placement, when you reverse it, you would notice that the clump was on the other side. The 9, the tape, like I said, is what gives it that direction. Now if you're looking at the 8, the pentacles all fall in the same place, so they fall into the same place both up, right, and reversed. However, the diamonds fall into different places. So almost like the same thing, but from a different view. Maybe not necessarily the opposite meaning there, but maybe just another viewpoint. Definitely a reversible card. This one again, the diamonds stop it from being reversible. Same thing here. Without the diamonds, it would be. So if you're not paying attention to the diamonds in the background, then it is definitely a reversible card. All of them are, except for the 9. Now, the 9, if you are not looking at the diamonds, would be so far the only reversible card that we've seen. If you are paying close attention to the diamonds there, then none of them so far have been reversible in this particular suit. For the reals, otherwise the pentacles, same thing with the diamonds here in the 4. Without those, it's reversible. If you're paying attention to that particular detail, it's not. Same thing with the 3s. Same thing with the 2s. And the ace, it's the same thing, the diamonds, and then the tape, much like on the 9 there, coming from the bottom of the reel, gives it that sort of a direction. So if you're not paying attention to the diamonds, the tape on the reel sort of gives it that directionality. So it's interesting to see a pip deck where for the most part, you know, through all of the suits except for the pentacles, there's a lot of reversible cards, you know, and then the pentacles, the only reason why a lot of those aren't reversible, I mean, if you're not paying attention to the diamonds, of course, if you're not paying attention to those, then they're pretty much not reversible the whole way through the suit. The 9, the ace, as far as the pips is concerned, was all that there was outside of the courts. Other than that, though, pretty much the whole deck is reversible. There's a couple cards that aren't, but you know, pretty much the whole deck is reversible, and they definitely put an emphasis on that when you get into the court cards there. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be out of frame. Now that we've finished the cards there, I'll go ahead and unzoom. So yeah, pretty interesting deck here. You see that the cards are pretty much in perfect condition. I actually got this one on eBay. This particular deck is a Llewellyn print from 2004. From my knowledge, it's out of print. I don't think it's very hard to get your hands on though, because I did come across it on eBay, and I got it for a pretty good price actually. So that is the Tarot de los Muertos, or the Tarot of the Dead, in honor of today being day 2 of the celebrations there, or otherwise known as All Souls Day. I want to thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If not, drop me a comment and tell me why, and tell me how I can improve. I do hope that you guys have a wonderful night. And again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.